Try that again. That's fun. You know what else is fun? Is to see you all, most of you, in your green. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. That bright green matches my toenails. Fun, good. This is great. Good morning and welcome. Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. I'm Theresa, and besides being proud of maybe some kind of Irish heritage or the fear of being pinched, I don't know what, but you're a lot of fun this morning. I feel the energy in the room, and that's terrific. Yeah, we always have good energy in the room when we have Matthew Frost here with us this morning. I love that. So you know our theme this month, all month long, is that's how we've never done it before. And I was going to change it because I didn't like that. I thought, well, that's an odd way to say do something new. It seemed a little cumbersome to me. But then Ron got up here a couple weeks ago, and he made that so fun. This is how we've never done it before. I thought, I can do that. Yeah, this is how we've never done it before. So we're going to look for how we approach our problems, our issues, the problem du jour, whatever that is. So I want you to take something, right? I'm sure you're not going to have to search hard. What's up for you? What's bugging you? What's bugging you? Bring that into your mind, whatever it is. It could be something that's bugging you personally, something that you're worried about for a friend or family, something you wish this community would do or not do, something you'd like to see in the world that you're not seeing, or something you're seeing that you don't want to see. Whatever that is, bring it to your mind. And join me in knowing that this universe is filled with infinite possibilities. Right here, right now, is that one mind that is forever and ever, endlessly, eternally giving of itself into its very creation. Giving of itself. Giving of ideas, of thoughts, of means and ways to accomplish those ideas and thoughts. For that one comes from the infinite realm of the invisible into form as us, and then by means of us. So right here, right now, we lift the problem du jour into this infinite embrace, to this creative intelligence, to this one mind in which each one participates. And we let go. We give it up. Give it up for Lent. Give it up. And join me now with this commitment to simply open. To simply open to something new. I claim for myself and for each one here, everyone that tunes in at this time or at a later time, carte blanche, openness. A release of everything and anything that would ever stand in the way. Old behaviors, habits, old ways of being that stand in the way of freshness, newness. And I affirm in floods, incomes, without reservation, without hesitation, new ideas, grand ideas. Knowing that the divine makes every crooked place straight, every door opens for us to rise anew. This is indeed the grand rising. Here, now, I claim it. And so be it. So it is. So it is. So it is. All right. As I already said, we have Matthew Frost with us this morning, and so I am going to turn it over to him. Open us up.
Check, check. I'm going to start off with a nice positive tune here, written by Marvin Gaye, sung with Tammy Terrell, one of my favorite songs, and I think there's a lot of spiritual meaning behind this song. If you look into the lyrics just a little bit, just past the kind of love duet that it was originally, I feel like if you look at it from like a spiritual perspective, something within yourself, think of that when I'm singing this, and think of yourself and what Theresa was saying, to just let go and let that spirit within speak to you a little bit. Let go of the other stuff. You're all I need to get by. You're all I need to get by. Like sweet morning dew, I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. With my arms open wide, I threw away my pride. I sacrificed for you. I dedicate my life to you. I will go where you lead. Oh, is there in time of need? And when I lose all my will, you'll be there to push me off the hill. There's no looking back for us. We got love, sure enough, that's enough. You're all I need to get by. You're all I need to get by. Like an eagle protects its nest, for you I do my best. I'll stand by you like a tree, and dare anybody and try to move me. Darling, in you I found a strength where I was torn down. I don't know what's in store, but together we can open any door. Just to do what's good for you and inspire you a little higher. I know you can make a man out of a soul that didn't have a goal, because we got the right foundation. just around for, do a little more, yeah. You're all the joys under the sun, wrapped into one, yeah. You're all I need, yeah. You're all I need. Oh, well, you're all I need. You're all I need. You're all I need. You're all I need to get by. Sing it with me. You're all I need to get by. You're all I need to get by. Stare at somebody else. You're all I need to get by. Give yourself a hug. You're all I need to get by. Thank you. You all sound beautiful. Thank you so much. Whew. You always sound good. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. That was a great lead-in. I'm Jane Kyle Yoder. I'm your reader for today, and I'm reading something from 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. All right, glasses on. Life moves me into ever-increasing good today. For with thee is the fountain of life. In thy light shall we see light. Psalm 36:9. The universe is pushing us forward. It does this because it must. There is no retrogression in God. Mind is forever evolving new ideas, and these ideas are forever urging us to greater good. Only those who look backward grow feeble. Their disintegration touches our sympathy, but wisdom tells us to release them to their own stagnation and catch up with those in the vanguard of advancing souls who let God work through them. To the alert, God speaks. Mind reveals its ideas, and good appears everywhere. The law of life is the law of growth, expansion, and increase. We must accept this, for it has been given unto us freely, and all that it asks is that we follow its instructions. As we look ahead and behold the ideas of God unfolding within us and projecting themselves into form through us, we see our increased good. I move forward in the divine design of my life and find the future pregnant with good. The Christ mind is within me, and I follow its urges toward a richer and fuller life. There is no bondage to the past, for today I am free in God to express all his ideas fully. I see ahead on my pathway with faith, vision, and love. I accept the great and true experience which my God has prepared for me because I love him, his mind, and his truth. The life of the Spirit within me compels me to move on from the past, do my best in the present, and envision good in the future. No evil can stop me. No wrong thinking can hold me back, for I know that his plan for me is undefeatable. I give thanks that life moves me forward into greater good today. And I say yes. And so it is. And happy St. Patrick's Day. And here's a blessing for you. May peace and plenty be the first to lift the latch to your door, and happiness be your guest today and evermore.
I tried my best. I don't know if it's going to hold, but I hope so. All right, I wrote this song, and it's a bluesy one. I've played some of those here for you. Like Theresa was saying, you know, sometimes you feel like you don't want to actually do something that you set your heart to, and something was like, well, I better not do that. But that's kind of what this song's about, and I dedicate this song to the new generation, Gen Z. I'm just one ahead of you, the millennials, and life is a barrage now of just images and sounds and flashes, and I just hope that you can see through that and get to your truth inside. You're the most beautiful generation, so talented. I love you guys so much, and I hope that if you see this, you know that this is a safe place for you here in this center. It's we accept everyone and everything, and just try to love each other. And I just want you to know that. So this one's called The Weird Kid. Check it out. You're laughing now, but I'm not trying to be dark here, but this is in the Irish tradition, just very real right here. Very real. It's about society and dispelling darkness. I'm going to try my best to do this. I just wrote it this week. Hence this mess here. Need a little sip. Whenever I fall in love, every time I fall so hard, giving everything I got, but never getting quite what I want. Whenever I close my eyes and dream of a better life, I'm always waking up to find that one thing that is just not right. Whenever I try to be free, forget all of this pain and misery, just when I finally start to believe, I feel these chains of doubt, feel these chains of doubt pull me to the ground. From the time I was just a child, just wanna sing my songs and be wild, but there's someone there to say, don't do it that way. Boy, it's better just to fit in. And I wake up inside of a box with a big chain wrapped around my throat, and I find it hard to breathe, and to say just what I mean seems impossible to me when it seems that no one's listening. Yeah.
I see the world is speeding up, and everything seems easier. The things that we used to seek and strive for come packaged now right at your front door. Now feel sad for the new children who feel so strange in their own skin, always being shown just how to think and being fed that truth straight from a screen. What happened to our make-believe? What happened to those dreams that we once dreamed? With all their new technology, we're losing all the things that make us free, thinking human beings. And as I sit here and I try to write with all the loud sounds and the flashing lights just buzzing round my head, making me feel tired and pulling my attention away again. And then they tell me it's just my ADHD, and they try to always medicate me so then I'll be like them, wrapped up in chains again, just comfortable inside with nothing left to find. Well, that's the dream nowadays, that's the dream, yeah. Oh, to never feel a thing, to live life from a screen, to find a little box to crawl in. That's the dream, yeah. Yeah, anyways, that's the dream it feels today. Yeah, to fall right into line and say to never waste no time, just trying to unwind the chains that bind our soul. Yeah, that's the dream. Oh, nowadays it seems that's the dream. To fall right into line, to never waste no time, trying to unwind the chains that bind our soul. Thank you so much.
Unwind the chains that bind? Our soul. Our soul. Thank you. Ernest Holmes said that the chains that bind are our thoughts, and we can have new thoughts, right? Matthew, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've often said, and you remind me, you bring it home for me every time you're here, that if my ministry is to be anything, it has to be relevant for me. For me. If my ministry is going to be anything to me, it has to be relevant. And I think you just sang to that. You just sang to that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Numbing so that we don't have to feel, numbing our children so that they stay in line, numbing. Wow, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it is not our problems that are the problem. Right? It's not our problems that are the problem. It's our thinking about the problem that's the problem. Yeah. Yeah. So, we want to do things then in a different way, how we've never done them before. That's how we've never done it. Because if we are going to have that grand rising, which we're seeking to do all year long, if we're going to have that true grand rising every morning, feeling that aliveness and that spark of life and that possibility, if we're going to be in that place each and every day, we must be willing to embrace a new way of experiencing life and a new way of showing up in life, right? Yeah, there's an article. Hey, the magazines are here. Woo, that was a long wait, wasn't it? I was jonesing. That was a long wait. There's a really great article in here, and I understand that the Spiritual Living Circle, Where Are You?, did this last week, that article by Kelly Robbins. Woo, it's a good one. It's a really good one. And this is such a simple statement that she makes in here, but when I read it, I thought, oh my God, that's so profound. If you want something you've never had, if you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. Oh, wow, huh? That's so profound. That is so profound. Thank you, Reverend Kelly Robbins. So this month, what we're looking at is newness, right? You know, spring's Tuesday, and Easter is at the end of the month, right? And so we're all about newness, but what does it feel like? Try that on. Think about that problem I asked you to think about, that problem du jour. If you walked in after I was up here already, I asked you to take a night, you know, you don't have to make it up. I'm sure every one of you have something that's grating your nerves right now, or that you're twisting around with, or you're worried about, or it could even have you bound. It could be the chains that's binding you right now. What would newness feel like? See it. What does it look like? What would it feel like for you to be out of that problem and in the dream? Easter's the time where we resurrect from that old sludge, those thoughts, those worries, the problems, right? We resurrect into something new, something greater. We need to imagine what that is. We need to imagine what that is. I wonder if you even know what inspires your own evolution. Do you know what inspires your own evolution? And that's not a question that really requires figuring out, you know. Like a math problem would require figuring out. Your taxes might require some figuring out. But a lot of times, our figuring out doesn't serve us. A lot of times, the figuring out, the analytical stuff that we do, gets in the way, doesn't it? You know that, right? You know that's so, that sometimes we just become frustrated and paralyzed, stuck in that little, you know, the rat on the wheel, right? And we need to remind ourselves of the deeper intelligence, the greater wisdom, that which is within us. We need to have a way of remembering that. Yeah. Because when we're in that place of, I don't know what to do, something in me does. Something in you always does. Something with the capital S. So here's our affirmation for the day. Divine intelligence lives in me and guides me each new day. If you feel comfortable, repeat that with me. Divine intelligence lives in me and guides me each new day. Yeah. As divine humans, we are gifted with an amazing intelligence. Amazing rational mind, a brain that operates in analytical ways and can sort and filter and retrieve. We're good at that. And it's okay to be proud of your ability to do that. It's okay. But I will speak for myself. My biggest accomplishments were not, I don't know, it was pretty good. I got an A in statistics. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But you know what? My biggest success has not come from the use of my rational mind. This didn't come from that. No way. No way. If I had used my rational mind, I may not have done this. Right? In fact, I wouldn't have. Would I have? No. No. Very quick to say no. We need to remember who we are and what we are. We need to remember that superpower within us, you know? We need to remember that. So today, I am going to remind you that your individualized mind, your individualized human mind is the incarnated mind of the One, the incarnated mind of Source. There's one intelligence, one creative spark in life. Your use of that is your mind, your individuated mind. Your human thought is the same spiritual substance of source energy itself. It's the same unformed spiritual substance that you bring into form. Same stuff, same energy. Your creative power and your possibilities, those infinite possibilities, are only limited by the size of the mold that you offer up for fulfillment. This is how much I have. Give me this. Give me this. Or give me this. Give me all this. All this. So I've got an Easter mental equivalent for you. A mental equivalent is a fancy word we use in science of mind to say mold. You know, your Jell-O mold. How big is your Jell-O mold, you know? How big are your ice cubes? What shape are your ice cube molds, you know? Mental equivalent. So there's this couple preparing Easter dinner together. And the wife says to her wife, "Why are you cutting the ends of the ham off?" "Why are you cutting the ends of the ham off?" "Because my mom cut the ends of the ham off." "I don't know. Why are you asking me that?" "I don't know." "Well, yeah, but why did your mom cut the ends of the ham off?" "I don't know. Let's call Mom." "Mom, why did you cut the ends of the ham off?" "I don't know. Every Easter, your grandma would cut the ends of the ham off." "I don't know." "Well, call her and ask her." "All right, we'll three-way. Let's get her on the phone." "Nana, why did you cut the ends of the ham off?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" When you make ham for Easter, I'm a vegetarian, by the way. When you make ham for Easter Sunday, why do you cut the ends off? Because it didn't fit in my pan. It's like the fish story I told you a couple months ago. Elaine told us last week that principle is not bound by precedent. This was something Troward said, Ernest Holmes said. Principle is unlimited. Principle being that creative principle of the universe, that spark, that life, that energy, that which is in everything. That is unlimited, right? And it is not bound by anything that happened before. You are not bound by your grandma cutting the ends of the ham off, right? You are not bound by anything that you may have done or didn't do or your dad did or anything else. You are not bound by anything that happened previously because you are the creation of the Creator, yes? One Creator, one creative process, one creation. It's multiplied and diversified. It looks like all of us and more, even crazier than those of us in here. Yeah? Yeah. So, there's that still small voice that is forever whispering in your ear. You are more than you think you are. You can do more than you think you can do. There's more yet to experience than you think. There's always more. There's always more. You are the vehicle through which Spirit expresses life, experiences itself. If that one comes into form as all life, then it's experiencing and expressing. It doesn't drop us here and leave. It's here moving in as and through us all the time. Show it a good time. Yeah? Show it a good, that's right. Show it a good time. Your life is Spirit's life. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life now. Yeah? Yeah, yeah. And so it's up to you to cooperate, to open your arms wide, to accept all of that. And instead of struggling, because that is our choice. That is most definitely our choice. What's that saying? That pain is inevitable, suffering is not. It truly is the way we experience this thing called life, the way we perceive it, the way we look at it. Yeah. So there is this divine intelligence that we can tap in, tune in, turn on to. That's Abraham. We can feel that guidance. We can intuit that guidance. We can hear it. We can see it. It may come different to the person sitting next to you, but we intuit this truth with the capital T in many ways at any time. That's the real key here. And we can do it for ourselves, for our friends, our family, for this community, for the world. We can intuit higher, better things. And we can still celebrate our ego's intellect, and we can celebrate that which is so beyond my personal use of mind. Yes? So again, recall your problem du jour. Eric Butterworth in Spiritual Economics, which Kathleen's going to be teaching here in a couple weeks. You are a creative person with your own unique relationship with the divine flow. Hear that. You are a creative person with your own unique relationship with divine flow. It's moving in, as, through you all the time. You are always one with the source of boundless ideas, creativity, and success. Always. That's a truth statement. And so here's what we do. We want to fall into that. We want to have a sweet surrender. We want to fall in love with that, right? Not the problem, but the possibility. Yeah, not the problem, but the possibility. Yeah, because there comes a point where our seeking is simply getting us deeper in the problem. We want to invite a surrender. right? A surrender. And allow that deeper divine intelligence to come forward in a perfect way, offering a perfect solution, one that you hardly would recognize. You know, when and I'm going to get to visioning in a minute, and I'm jumping ahead, but when we're visioning, I often have people say, how do you know? Because it surprises you. Because it's not what you would say. Because it's not your voice necessarily. It's coming through. But, I've said this before. I have to look things up sometimes. Get a word. It's not a word I would use, or certainly an idea that I did not come up with that. And I'm going to have to sit with it because I don't really like it. You know? I mean, it's that kind of a thing. It's that kind of a thing. Einstein, of course, said that we can't solve our problems at the level of creation, that we created the problem. And Ernest Holmes, in his way, in this thing called You, said, divine guidance is ours for the asking. The answer to any problem which can ever confront us already exists at the center of our own being. We reach in there to come up, not in the analytical gnashing of teeth. Yeah. So we need to make time. This is the real key point here. We need to make time for our meditation, for treatment, for visioning. Meditation, opening ourselves, simply sitting in the presence, courting the presence, allowing the freedom to just be in that unconditioned space of love. Treatment might help us get there even. You know, I know there's only one real thing in life. It comes from that infinite form into all life. It is here in me now. It is unlimited. It is unchallenged. It is never in an issue or a problem or confused. It is creative intelligence itself. I allow it to move in me now. I am open to its guidance now. I'm so grateful for this. I let it be, and so it is. There's your treatment. And visioning is this time of asking questions. You can be in the middle of a treatment, stop and go, what is it that I have to know? What do I have to let go of? What do I need to embrace? What do I need to know? Any time we can do this, and the more we do it, the more we make a habit of it, then the more you're able to do it on the fly, just on the fly, you know, when something happens. You have to have this willingness to relax into it, though, to let go of your apparent control. Apparent control. You're not really in control. Parents, apparent, not really in control. Yeah. My grandbaby is in the car this morning, throws up all over her pretty little dress. She's going down to her cousin's baptism this morning. My daughter wasn't in control of that, was she? Little Cora's gonna show up soiled. We're not in control. But what we are in control of is our ability to practice, our ability to sit. That's what we want our ego to do. We want our ego to say, hey, go sit down. Go be quiet. Go be still. You know? That's the part of us that's that choice that says go, and then we allow. Right? So, thinking about this idea, how we've never done it before. March 2020, on the 12th of March 2020, I sent an email announcing that my BFFs, Reverend Cindy Grimes, was going to be here. Greg Cruz was going to be here. Kathy Bryant was going to be here. They were coming to receive a tithe for Streets of Paradise. 2 days later at 7 p.m. on a Saturday night, I sent another email out saying, Facebook Live, here's the link. We had never done that before. We had never done that before. That was 4 years ago. March 15th, we went online. 4 years ago, March 15th, we went online. Yeah. And we didn't stop and think about it. We didn't have time to stop and think about it. We just did it. We didn't analyze. We just knew, well, we weren't going to miss Sunday, and Sarasota County was saying, well, they don't really want us to congregate. Or if you do congregate, you need to do these things, and we couldn't possibly pull that off in that amount of time. So we went online, right? We listened, we trusted. Now, Bobby and I had been visioning weekly at that point for years, right? So it was easy to make that decision. It was not hard at all. I mean, I look back and I'm pretty amazed at how quickly that just happened, right? Because we had a habit of listening, of asking and listening, asking and listening. Yeah. Your ears will hear a word behind you saying, this way, walk in it, whenever you turn to the right or turn to the left. Isaiah 30:21. Your ears will hear a word. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. It's easier when we're expecting wisdom. Expect it. Pay attention, look for it, ask for it all the time, all the time, all the time. We have powers to give birth here. I know. I have just a few more things to say. I've told you before how books just fall off the shelf for me. Yesterday, Matthew Fox, Creativity, Matthew Fox, fell off the shelf at me. And I open it up to him talking about Hildegard of Bingen. And she was marveling at God's ability to communicate in such subtle ways, in the subtleties. And she said this, you're going to love it. More like a chord, a sound that is played. The tone does not come out of the chord itself, but rather through the touch of the musician. So Matthew Fox adds, God plays us like a musical instrument. God plays you like a musical instrument. You make yourself available. Hildegard went on to say, we are exalted with the vocation of creation. Don't you feel so special? Don't you? We are exalted with the vocation of creation. That is what we are here to do, rise above those problems. See them anew, give them over. Ask. Ask. Finally, Emerson, my very favorite new thought. Let us acquiesce. Let us get our bloated nothingness out of the path of the divine circuits. That's what all that rattling we do around there is doing. It's our bloated nothingness. Yeah. Get it out of the way of the divine circuits. So it is.
Luckily, this next one's one page. I don't have to. Thank you, Camille, for having my back there. That was I used to have to do that in my classical piano school where I studied at high school, and the teacher would say, okay, turn the page when it's time, and I'd be drifting away, and she'd go, turn it! And it would, I would always be drifting away. I wrote this one this week, too, and it was after Theresa read a little. She sends me kind of a preliminary thing in an email, just kind of giving me a theme, because I'm very theme-oriented. I like to always come with a theme that matches hers and try my best. It's very fun for me, actually, to have those sort of boundaries. I love that, and to work within them. Not that she makes me do that, but I love to do that myself. And I wrote this one. I've been thinking of this saying lately. what can I say about what we're doing right now? And Theresa's whole sermon was just on this idea, and it kind of sounds Southern. I was in Tennessee a while this last summer, but I think all we're doing nowadays is just adding sugar to honey. That's I've never heard that before. Maybe I have. Maybe some old Southern mountain man told me that or something. But I think I think there's something. We just sweeten we try to sweeten and manipulate what's already so sweet, what's already so perfect. I just see that everywhere nowadays, just improving on things that don't really need to be improved on. I like the last thing she said, the bloated nothingness. It's just, yeah, we just need to step out of the way, and especially in this beautiful springtime, just like really honor nature and try to let go of all that stuff. I'm constantly reminding myself, I'm going to try to do this one the best I can. It's very new, and it's definitely a little more upbeat than the last one. And they both came out of terrible migraines, and I don't want to go too far into that. It's just something I deal with this time of year with the pollen. I haven't gotten one this season until this week, and they were debilitating. They were 12-hour long, just bedridden, whatever. But instead of getting into that thing like migraine, it's migraine, Martha. You know, it's like it's my headache. I went, okay, this will pass. You know it will. You won't have this tomorrow. But as it passed that day, I sat down at the piano. I tried everything, and I just started to write. And that first song came out that I played for you, and then this one came out 2 days later with another migraine. I woke up, and that day, instead of just laying there like a victim, I just got up. It was 7 in the morning. I don't wake up at 7 in the morning usually, and I was just playing this ditty right here, and this came out, adding sugar to honey. I hope you can get what the meaning of this. Check it out.
Overanalyzing sugar to honey. Baby, give me some darkness and turn off the lights. Look up to the stars now and let go of your mind. Baby, give me some silence and turn off the noise. Listen to the heartbeat, the pulsing of this earth. Adding sugar to honey is all that we're doing now. Why do we need to sweeten this beautiful world we live in? Adding sugar to honey. Why do we need to sweeten this beautiful life we've been given? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, we had this. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Matthew, for that wonderful song and for all of your music today. What a gift it is to us, isn't it? Thank you. And speaking of gifts, what a wonderful message today. And I might say highly relevant today. As you say that it must be relevant to you, well, it was relevant to all of us today as well. Thank you so much, Reverend Theresa. So, thinking about gifts, this is our time to give back to this wonderful teaching. And Theresa asked earlier, what inspires you in your spiritual evolution? Well, this teaching inspires me in my spiritual evolution, and I hope it does for you too. And I know this center is also a source of my spiritual evolution as well. And it's time to give back to that source, to that divine source that provides all of this wonderful inspiration, this divine teaching that inspires us to move forward in our lives. And I just know that as we place our gifts in the offering basket as it's placed, or if we're doing it online, or those of you at home, as you see the information scrolling at the bottom of the screen, there are ways to give there as well. I know that these gifts that come to us, that come to this center, are blessed, and that they multiply, and that they go forth to heal and to bless and to prosper. And I give great thanks for that. And I invite you to share in this affirmation. I give thanks that I may share of my love, my support, and all else, and so it is. And now we're going to sing about that gift.
Thank you, Jim. Let's sing together. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Thank you so much for your gifts to this center that keeps this ministry going and thriving. Thank you so much to all of you. So I just have a few announcements for you this morning. First of all, Emily Frost is going to be with us next week, and another Frost. So, and it's their anniversary? Congratulations. And also there will be a short visioning after the service next Sunday, so please plan to stay for that as well. Before I forget, there is also a gift of greens from our community garden again this morning, and they're going to be at the door as you leave, so please partake of those. They are free. Also, as Reverend Theresa mentioned, we are going to have a spiritual economics course taught by our own master teacher, Kathleen Frankert, and there's information on the table over here, as well as many other things, and I can't begin to remember all the things that are on that table, so please check them out as you leave. Also, next month, there's going to be a concert after the service on April 14th, and there's a flyer on the table about that with our own Phil Lieber and Laurel Rund, so plan on attending that as well. I'm sure it's going to be quite wonderful. On Wednesday nights, we have our spiritual living circle, and I lead that normally, and all are welcome to join in. So if you want more information about that, there's a flyer on the table as well as a sign-up sheet. If you put your email address on that, I will contact you and give you the link to our Zoom meeting. It's 7 o'clock every Wednesday night from 7 to 8, and we have a wonderful discussion about a Science of Mind article. The newsletter, if you're not receiving that, please do sign up for that online, or you can sign up on the table, on our website, on our YouTube channel. There's information about that. And also prayer, which is very important to us. You can submit your prayer requests at prayer@cslculturalcoast.org, or you can put a prayer request in the basket over here by the screen to my right. Or you can meet with me for one-on-one brief prayer this morning. I'm your practitioner of the day, so please feel free to take advantage of that, and I'll meet with you behind the screen over there for a few minutes. So with that, I hope that you'll stay for refreshments afterwards, partake of the greens on your way out. And now, Matthew, what do you have for us to close us out?
Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to my originals today. I've never played those for anybody, and I love to play them. Thank you. I wasn't going to play that one of those first, that bluesy song, because I just thought I want to bum people out. But you know, I was thinking, I'm preaching to the choir here. You guys know already. You're not. I'm just trying to empower you, like Theresa said. I know that you won't get bummed out. It's the blues, so it's a cathartic thing. We sing, and that's for this new generation and what they deal with. And I love them. I just want them to thrive, and they're gonna save us all. I just know it. They have to, and so I'd love to sing. I'd love to be there for them, and I'm close to a lot of them. I get to perform with them, and they're just geniuses. They're like from another planet or something. I love it. It's crazy, and they talk a lot less than we do, and it's okay. That's okay. That's a good thing, I think. But they're deep, and I just want to say one more time, I love that. I hope to see more of you out here at the center. There's so many good people here, and we all have your back. You know, it's a tough life without people like this. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to do mine. I've played this one a few times here, and I just think it's also relevant for today. And it's just a song I wrote, and it's a spiritual song that just came to me in an instant. And I believe that it's talking about, it just came where I didn't really understand it at first, but what I think it is, it's called Life's Song. It's what Theresa said, like, I believe that I am just a chord being strummed by God. In those migraine fits, I've learned to just go, you know what, I'm going to write, because I didn't know if you knew this, Neil Young had epilepsy, and that's worse than migraines, and he would have an epileptic seizure, and he wrote that Harvest album, that is his famous album where he bought his big ranch and it extended him for life. He wrote those songs out of epileptic seizures. So if he can do that, I'm like, I think after this, I mean, migraines are scary things, and you almost do feel like you're going to have a seizure at some point, but afterwards, it's like you're void of any ego, any mind. You are just, and I think that's when the beauty comes out of it, is when you completely are not your body anymore. Your body's gone. You're just this vessel of a sorts, or this broken thing there, or the bloated thing. You know, you feel like that bloated sack of nothing kind of after that migraine. But these songs come out of those things, and this one was just, I always tell you, I sit by my bird feeder outside, I fill it up with water, and then I just look out, and I just feel so much inspiration just coming from the window into my piano. And this is one of those songs I'd love to share with you all, and I hope I can do it justice today.
Searched for you, now I have found you. Tell me, is this a dream? I've listened for your songs, now I can hear them. They're sweet as a summer breeze. Just thinking of you makes me smile, and touching your heart gives me wings to fly, to fly. I could not believe, no, that there was someone free from all judgment, just standing for love and for peace. Yet you waited so patiently, just knowing no man could be he. Yeah, you were the one all alone, just giving me words to my life's song. Song. won't you tell me, is this a dream? I've listened for your songs, now I can hear them, the sweet as a summer breeze.
Thank you so much. Thank you.